Hi, everyone. We are live with one of our speakers from vavirtuosos.com. Our summit coming up next week. 20 fabulous speakers. And today I'm going to talk a little bit with Cathy Baillargeon. And I'm so excited a bit about Cathy. She's a former business management consultant and owner of Virtual Cathy, a virtual assistant company whose amazing VA team supports small businesses across the country. What's your URL, Cathy? I can put it into the chat area.
virtualcathy.com.
Perfect. I figured it probably was, but I didn't want to ask.
Yeah.
So a little bit about Cathy. She's going to be talking about, let's face it, this is easier than landing new clients. And Cathy, why don't you just tell us a little bit about what your presentation's all about?
Sure. So talking with a lot of VAs in our industry, it seems like the same question comes up over and over and over again, which is, how do I land more clients? So this specific presentation is for those who have landed clients or really want to have a good foundational structure in place when they do land clients, and how they can basically leverage the clients that they currently have without having to feel like they're kind of in that constant rat race of trying to find more and more clients to fill up their schedule. So the premise of the presentation is what you can do to poise yourself in asking for more work with the clients that you already have.
Yeah, and that's amazing when you think about it. Like, we have so much potential work right in front of us.
Yes.
If we can help a client make more money, say they don't have an email list yet, or I don't know, maybe they don't have a social media marketing presence or something, and you can show them that that's going to make them more money, why not go with someone that already trusts you and has already bought into you? Like, such an easier way to get more hours out of a client than finding a brand new one where you got to start from scratch.
Exactly. Yeah, you already have the rapport with the client, and a lot of times the client really just needs some coaxing, just a couple questions that you can ask them, and then they'll see, oh my gosh, I could also delegate this, this, and this, and there you go, you have more hours. So
Yeah, exactly. Hi, Rosie. I'm seeing people joining. Hi, Sandra. Good evening from Australia and the Netherlands, both of you. Wow, that's quite a ways around. Very good. I'm glad you found some time to come in and visit with us. We're talking with Cathy Baillargeon. She's going to be speaking at our conference. Actually, I'm going to put in her link right now into the chat area together with her coupon code, which is Cathy100. And if you use that link and her coupon code, you'll get into our event next week, our Virtual Assistant Virtuoso Summit, for free with a silver ticket. And there's so much stuff at the event. We've got 20 fabulous speakers. Cathy, she's going to be talking about, her topic is, Cathy, you can tell me quicker. Let's face it, this is easier than landing new clients. So she's going to be talking to us about, getting more work out of the current clients you have instead of landing new clients. But really exciting week. And I hope you will join us, but do check it out through those code or those links that I put into the chat area. So Cathy, you have Cathy Virtual or virtualcathy.com. So tell me a little bit about your virtual assistant business, how you got started maybe, or what your virtual assistant business is all about.
yeah, absolutely. I was in business management consulting, and working with business owners, there was always this gap where the owners would just be doing too much of the admin work, even if they had employees, because they might feel like they maybe the employees, that's not their skill set. Perhaps they felt really uncomfortable with the employees knowing more internal workings of a company. like their admin side of their company. And so I saw this need for VAs, knew it was getting more and more mainstream. And with all of the networking that I had done, I had never once met a VA. So I knew that
That's amazing.
so I knew that they were out there, they existed, but they weren't marketing themselves. And so I figured, okay, this would kind of be a nice side business to start. And within 9 months, I actually left my consulting this company, the firm that I worked for, to focus full time on my business because it was growing exponentially. So I have a team of Cathys. They're all local to me, and they assist. We kind of, they assist business owners across the country. We're in about 17 or 18 different states currently.
Wow, that's amazing. How long have you been doing this, Cathy?
Just a little bit more than 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now there's a success rate there. That shows that it works, being a virtual assistant. Wow, that's really exciting to have such a big team and to be doing so much, Cathy. And maybe tell us what's a valuable skill set that you have that have helped you with your success in your VA business. What would that skill set maybe be?
So, what I have found is just kind of knowing yourself. So my
Mhm.
skill set, in all honesty, I would not. I like admin work, right? And everybody, when I talk to people who are interested in becoming a virtual assistant, they're thinking, "Oh, I love admin work. That's what I want to do." And in all honesty, I loved it too. But what I found my biggest skill set was managing a team. And
Okay.
so rather than myself taking on client work, I decided to grow and build and manage a team that would do it instead. And so that's really helped me build my company in the way that I wanted it to be. And in terms of skill set for just anybody, you can be, fresh out of high school and might not feel like you've had a lot of experience or exposure to a lot of programs and software. But if you know how to look stuff up and
Hmm.
figure it out on your own, that is like the number one skill set that you can have and be very successful at being a VA.
That's cool. Now, not everyone works with a team and stuff, Cathy. A lot of VAs are just solo. It's just them and that's it. But by doing that, becoming a team and project managing quite a few different virtuals or freelancers, whatever it is, it's probably put you up in that.
Oh, uh-oh. Am I still live? Is she still there? Oh. I don't know if we're still live, but I know that Tawnya was having issues with her power. She was having like some wind stuff. Yeah. She's like, I hope it doesn't go out during the live. Okay. So we'll see if she comes back. Hopefully, we might just completely disappear. But I know she was talking about having some wind problems and her power going out. So thank you for letting me know. I appreciate it, Rosie, Randy, Sandra. I'm just like standing there, like, I don't know if I'm still there or not. Oh no. I figured as much. I don't know how to turn this off though. Yes, go ahead. Interview me. What kind of questions do you have? Happy to answer them. How funny. I'm trying to think of what she was going to say. It had something to do with people who were working solo versus a team. Okay, she says she's gonna trying to get back in. Thanks. A little embarrassed. Ah, just goes to show. With live, anything can happen. So the services that my team offers is general admin, first tier social media management, as well as phone answering services. So in terms of whether or not it's better to have a team, it's completely up to you. So I know for, a lot of the clients that I work with, they're like, I never want to have an employee, and so they hire a VA. Sorry, I'm answering some questions that they posted on the chat. And so it's really going to be based on whether or not you want to work with a team or work in a team, or if you want to build a team. It's completely up to your skill set, your experience, what you want out of your business, basically.
So sorry for leaving you, Cathy. I told you my power was going off and on. We're having a huge windstorm here today, which is unusual. And I just went poof, gone.
I saw your light flicker before you froze. I'm like, oh, it went out.
Yeah.
But the people in the chat, though, they've been keeping me busy.
Well,
Appreciate
that's
it.
good. That's good.
Yeah.
Perfect. I think we were talking about your team and stuff when I went out, but about what's different between having a solo team and working by yourself and then having a team of people that you work for.
Right.
But you
So
probably answered that all very well, Cathy.
in terms of, I guess like the hard part for me, well, there's two sides of having a team. Like managing a team is one, you have to manage the people that are actually doing the work, but also it's completely on me to find all of the clients for my team members. So that's the benefit of being on a team. If you're joining a team, is that you don't necessarily have to find clients. If it's set up that way, they will feed you clients. Whereas if you're a solo entrepreneur or managing a team, it's all on you, your responsibility.
Yeah. As far as teams go, was it hard to start finding all the clients in the beginning to get your base up, or was it the opposite? You just had a bunch of clients and thought, what am I going to do? I need to hire a bunch of people to start working for me to help out.
So I did my business completely different. Generally, what people will do is they will find clients, and when they get to the point where they can't, take any more client work, but they still want to grow, they'll hire out and train somebody up to do that client work, and then they can continue trying to find more clients. And I always knew I was going to have a team.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started off with a contractor and then moved to employees. And I was in my consulting, I did a lot of in-person networking. And so I was already pretty well known in my business community. So when I switched over to virtual assisting services, it was not nearly as difficult as somebody who might be trying to start from scratch online.
Yeah, I find a lot of people will. It's great if you can know right from the get-go that you're going to be an agency or you're going to build a larger team. The
Yeah.
main reason is you get things set up and in order, and you actually usually have the time to do that because you don't have a lot of clients coming in yet, right? Like as is always when you first start out. But what I find most VAs struggle with is all of a sudden they're solo workers and boom, they've got all these clients, too much work that they can't even relax long enough to figure out, how do I project manage? How do I run an agency? And so if you are thinking about doing an agency, I would rate from the get-go, start out, you probably have project management systems in place, Cathy. Yeah, like I'm not sure what you're using, like Asanas or Dubsados or whatever it might be that you're using, but get that in place because
Yes.
then you're used to using it.
Yeah, and I'll have to say, like, find something that you really, really like because I was like probably a year in and I switched project management systems to Dubsado,
Hmm.
and it wasn't it wasn't terrible because it was only a year's worth of work, but can you imagine trying to switch systems when you have 3 years worth of client information that you're trying to
Oh.
transfer over? So make sure you like what you like. You
Hmm.
know? Yeah.
And speaking of project management systems, I'm going to give a little plug for the VA Virtuosos here. In our swag bag, if you do join, and I hope you all do, use Cathy's link here in the chat area and use the coupon code Cathy100. And I had that all saved in my cut and paste to cut in there. So I'll have to do it in a few minutes for you guys. But when my power went out, I lost it all. So, but yeah, do use her link because inside, if you upgrade to a gold ticket, you get over $1,700 in premium products. And one of the premium products that you're going to get, and actually, you know what? Let's be nice. Let's give it to them right now. You can get HoneyBook, which is like a Dubsado program, and you can get it for 8 months for $1 a month. Like you're saving over 240 or something dollars because it's usually around $35 a month.
Yeah.
So that's not a deal you're going to get anywhere else except at our conference, our summit. But that's not just one thing you'll get in there. There's like 1,700 premium products in there. Danielle, for example, and I'm just going off the Cathy, you have something in it too. I'm not quite sure if you do or not.
I did not do the swag this year, no.
Well, you still can, and if you want, so you can still get something in there. We'll let you put something in there. But even my daughter, she has a program in there. That's Danielle Proactive Executive Solutions, and she sells it for $147 on her website, and you get it for free. No credit card required. You just got to sign up, and you'll learn how to do You'll learn how to do webinars. So
Nice.
the system, the summit itself is not just 20 wonderful speakers coming to speak with you. There's also like $1,700 in premium training products and tools that you can get access to. You can start right now getting access to those tools and know all this before Cathy speaks next week, right? Like there's so much you can learn.
And Tawnya, do you, with the if you level to the gold account, do you get the recordings of the
Yes.
speakers so then you don't have to watch it and try and catch all the ones you want to?
Yeah, and I'll tell you that we do it for free. The free people just get in to catch the free webinars. But I'll tell you, with 20 speakers over a 5-day period, your head's just like this. You really need the recordings to go back on
Yes.
to catch the little tips and the marketing strategies and different things that the speakers have. Like Cathy's recording will be in there, plus her speaker notes and stuff like that will be in there that you can follow along with her PowerPoint notes if she's doing a PowerPoint. I can't remember with 20 different speakers what everybody's doing, but yeah, it's definitely worth the upgrade. And all you'll pay, and here's a little secret. Right now you're getting in for free, right? Because I'm giving Cathy's giving you a coupon code, so you don't have to pay the $37 like other people are paying. And then when you want to upgrade to get the recordings, you only have to pay the difference, which is $60. So really you're getting a gold ticket for $60 using Cathy's card or her coupon code. So think about that when you are signing up. Anyways, Cathy, tell me a little bit more. Let me think. What's the most interesting position you've held in your working career?
So I'd have to say I was in executive management before working as a consultant for they called it an alternative healthcare program because that's the nice way of saying it. But it was for an anatomical donation program which is basically the fancy way of saying that I worked for a body donation program. So for 7 years, I managed a department that basically coordinated the transfer of dead bodies across the country. So if you don't know, if you're on an airplane, chances are there's dead bodies in the cargo that you would never know about until now.
I won't be on an airplane for a very long time now. I've got too many reasons not to go on one now. Thank you, Cathy.
You're very welcome.
But
Yeah.
if anybody has any questions about Cathy, and again, her, oh, I just heard another click and I'm thinking, oh, I hope I don't go out again. If I do, Cathy, you can end it when you're done. But Cathy's going to be talking to us about basically taking the clients you already have, finding more services and things that you can do to them so that you can get more hours from that current client. And it's such an exciting way and an easier way to find new clients. The whole event's on. All 20 speakers are going to be talking about finding clients and retaining clients. Cathy's is more along the line of retaining and helping those clients make more money so that you get more hours out of them. Because, hey, if you love who you're working for, why not keep working for them and doing more hours for them? It's
Exactly.
yeah. What's your superpower in business, Cathy?
I'd have to say that I'd say my superpower, one that lands me clients, even though I'm not saying anything anybody else would say differently, is that I guess I have the ability to make people feel comfortable,
Mm-hmm.
even through Zoom. And I don't know. I don't know if it's, my voice or whatever, but
Yeah.
people are like, I don't know if this is the right thing, but after talking to you, I'm just going to do it. And I'm like, oh, okay. That's great. That's my superpower.
And what a good superpower to have.
Yeah.
Just having people being able to relax and trust whatever you're going to throw at them next. As we should do this in
Yeah,
your business, right?
exactly.
They believe in you, they trust you, and that's a great superpower to have. Are there any questions in the public chat area? I'm not sure if it's not scrolling or maybe it's not because I went out
I
with
haven't
my,
seen anything come through.
okay. But if you
There was one question that I don't think I responded to early, and I don't know if Rosie is still on the call, but she
okay.
did say something. Well, she had thought maybe you were going to ask how a solo person can build without a team.
Mm-hmm.
And so that in itself is a little bit on the tricky side because it's really going to be based off of their experience.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really going to be niching down and specializing in some area.
Yeah, I never had a team for years, Rosie. It was just me.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a niche. I did internet marketing, SEO back then. That was years ago. And eventually it just grew and I became a team because I was getting so much work. But I had no plan on being any more than a one-man business.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm kind of happy to say that my business is run by a team and I don't even bother looking at it anymore. It's just like another business sitting over there, right? So yeah, you can do one man business yourself, one solo. Most VAs do that. It's probably more rare to meet someone like Cathy that has an agency and does it well, because it is hard. It's a lot harder to do it. But Cathy, I hope next season you'll be teaching us a course on how to create an agency with your VA business.
I'd be thrilled. I love being a part. I love your conferences. I look forward to it every year. And there's just so much that you can learn from your fellow industry peers.
Yeah, thanks so much. Well, okay, guys, I think we're going to head off here. The wind is picking up again. I feel like I'm I'm touching wood here that I'm staying this long without it breaking up. Thanks, Cathy, for filling in the blanks while I disappeared on the lightning storm there for a bit. Are there any last thoughts you'd like to share with our viewers about your presentation or about anything in general before we head out here? We will have Q&A that we'll watch, so you can come back and still write into the chat area, and we'll follow it along as the day progresses, everyone.
Perfect. No, other than I'm really excited to provide this information. It's not going to be difficult at all. Anybody can implement this in their business, whether it's, with a team or your solo VA. So I'm excited
Yeah,
for the conference.
it's going to be fun, and you're going to love her presentation, plus 20 others. So sign up with her link in the chat area, and we'll see you next Monday at 9 a.m. Pacific time. That's when the conference starts. I'm so excited. 20 speakers, 5 days, 4 speakers a week. Let's start that over again. 5 days, 4 speakers each day with an hour in between where you can network with the speaker after their presentation. A lot of networking done, a lot of learning, education, and you guys can all come live with a silver ticket using Cathy's coupon code below. And don't forget about that secret I told you earlier. And if you can't remember what that secret is, you might have to rewind.
Definitely rewatch it. It's worth it.
All right, Cathy, thanks so much for speaking with us and for coming on the Facebook Live today. So appreciate it.
Thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it, Tawnya.
Okay, bye-bye, everyone.